So to start with, I'll be addressing the topic of overtraining. That's one particularly interesting topic because I used to myself be very interested in the past as to what it means to overtrain and can we overtrain, what happens when we overtrain. So to start with, whether I believe or not if overtraining exists, yes, I do believe that overtraining exists, specifically for natural athletes, because we have a limited ability to recover from working out. And knowing that there is a limit to what our bodies can take during working out. And we need to know that in order to avoid overtraining. So first of all, what is overtraining? Overtraining happens when we push our bodies to an extent that they can't recover from, either because we train too much or because we have other areas in our life which suffer, for example, too high levels of stress or lack of sleep or lack of proper nutrition. All of those factors, either individually or combined, can lead to overtraining, traditionally in combination with a lot of training intensity. So the way we avoid overtraining is to, first of all, the most common factor, the intensity with which we train in the gym. For example, we need to look at how do we feel the day after we've worked out. Do we have motivation to go into the gym? Do we get proper recovery? Because you need to remember that our bodies grow when we rest and not while we are in the gym. When we are working out, we are breaking down the muscle, but it repairs and it grows stronger when we rest. So having said that, for a lot of beginner and intermediate athletes, it's very common to try and work out every muscle group twice a week because of the idea, I would say a little bit still unexplored idea, that just because we multiply the frequency twice a week, we will always get the best results, or we will get better results than if we were to only train that muscle group once a week. Now, I would certainly say that sometimes this is the case, that more frequency can lead to, of course, faster progress, but this will only be the case if there is enough recovery to sustain that frequency. It's very easy to overtrain when you train a muscle group twice a week or more times, especially if those muscle groups are large. For example, if you train your back twice or if your leg twice, and if you train them with a lot of intensity, like if you were to only do 5 to 7 sets for legs for one workout, you probably won't overtrain if you train legs twice a week. But if you do legs twice a week and every time you squat and you do lunges and you get a total of 20 working sets in one workout, and you do that twice a week, you're very likely to not be able to recover from that in the span of 7 days. So in the span of the time frame that you would like to hit the muscle twice. So one of the things I would suggest in order to avoid overtraining is to analyze your training program. You may be able to realize if you're training too much, and therefore if you need to reduce the intensity of your workouts. The other thing is sleep and nutrition. They both need to be at a good enough level for your physique and your needs to make sure that you recover well enough. If you sleep too little, like if you party too much, if you go to bed too late, these are all factors that can inhibit the amount of rest you get outside of the gym and therefore prevent you from maximizing your results. Typically those are accompanying factors to the training intensity, and within themselves they're less likely to lead to overtraining. But coupled with a lot of training intensity, it's very easy to overtrain. The way you know you have overtrained is if you don't have motivation to go to the gym, if you still have pain in the muscle group that you would like to work out, but you still have pain in that muscle group from your previous workout. If you are not able to increase if you're not able to increase the amount lifted over a period of time, so if you struggle to get results both strength and mass wise, those are all signs that you could be overtraining, and it could take quite a while to recover from a period where you have overtrained. In my case, I personally have been training my muscle groups once a week, with only selectively training some of my weaker body parts, for example like my chest, twice a week, not always, only in a certain period, typically when I'm in a calorie surplus, so-called off-season. Sometimes I would train my lagging body parts twice, but typically the second time it will be with less intensity and different exercises than the first time. And I also know that if I have too much pain in my chest, for example, the second day after working out, then probably next time I should reduce the intensity a little bit if I would like to continue hitting my muscle groups twice a week, or my lagging body parts twice a week. So we need to be very cautious in the intensity that you apply in the gym. So that's it on overtraining. If you would like me to emphasize on some of the points that I said, please let me know in the comments, and I'll gladly do that in another video.